What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3, Talking Sports with your man Big L. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, known as Big L. Been a hard week for me, baby. You know I'm a Cowboy fan. We had to take it on the chin this week, so we're going to dig into a few things, man. We're going to get our final thoughts on that Cowboy game. We're going to look ahead to the new week. We're going to talk about tonight's game. And then, of course, we're going to give our predictions. Them steel lock predictions for week 2. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. I appreciate anybody that's out there joining me. Like I said, I'm live on my YouTube channel, Steel Vision. And I am also live on my Facebook page, Talking Sports with Big L. Got a double broadcast going on here, so we are going to dig right into this thing, man. Like I said, we're going to first take a look at this past Sunday night's game against the Rams. And you're going to have to excuse me. I'm actually outside, man. I'm going to enjoy some of this cool air. Got the rain in the air. Real quick, man, to my people who are caught in the midst of the hurricane, man, my prayers are out to you. All my folks down there in the Bayou, Mississippi, Alabama, Texas, I think some parts of Florida, what I heard. So my prayers are out to all my people out there, man. Y'all keep your heads up, man. We're gonna get through this thing. Y'all gonna get through this thing, man. Trust me. All right, let's get into it, man. Let's talk about. Oh my God, let's get into it. Let's get into, how can I call it, the rebirth. The rebirth of Jason Garrett, number 2. Man, I'm gonna tell you, if that game was not a complete duplicate of what we saw last season, it really was, in my opinion. I don't think that Kellen Moore is. I had no faith in Kellen Moore last year, and I know a lot of people who are Dak Prescott fans, who are diehard Dak Prescott fans, will say, "Well, Dak, he threw for 5,000 yards." Yeah, okay, he did, but you went 8-8, and at the end of the day, 8-8 don't do nothing for you. It's all, you got to win. And to me, we still got to go through Zeke for this. We have got to go through Zeke Elliott. Dak is a good quarterback, but he ain't great. At least not yet. And a big reason for that is because he didn't have the coaching. All he had was, Jason Garrett. And we seen how good of an offensive coordinator that guy is. Saquon Barkley only gets 6 yards. That's damn terrible. But anyway, man, like I said before, the Rams was gonna be a tough game. And Aaron Donald was a beast on that defensive line. Zeke, in my opinion, he showed some great flashes of a couple of years ago. Zeke played hard. We definitely got to get that situation at right tackle straightened out. It's my understanding that we had a rookie playing that position, and the rookie kind of held his own, but he had some spots where he got whooped. So we really got to do a better job, in my opinion, at right tackle. The whole offensive line altogether, in my opinion, we got to do a better job. It was not. It just didn't turn out good for us, man. It really didn't. And so it just it is what it is. We scored only 17 points, so I really can't say that the offense was really clicking. We have been predicted to have a great high-powered offense, and it didn't come to fruition the other night, man. It really didn't. So hopefully Mike McCarthy works on some things this week, gets it going. Because, moving towards Atlanta, it ain't going to be easy. Yeah, man, that was a tough loss. We go back to, I definitely didn't agree with going for it on fourth. I think you should have took the 3, tied the game up. You had plenty of time. But not just that fourth down play, but let's go ahead and talk about the plays before that. At one point, you had 2nd and 6, and you elected to throw, Kellen Moore. Why didn't we run the ball with Zeke? Zeke would have at least got us 3. Then we're looking at 3rd and 3. That gives us an option where we can run or pass. But on 2nd and 6, Kellen Moore elected to throw the ball, and it went incomplete. And so now we're 3rd and 6, which really should be kind of an obvious passing down. That's when you decided to run Zeke on 3rd and 6. There was no way. No way. Well, I ain't going to say no way. It could have happened, but the odds wasn't in our favor. So we really should have just, that whole play series right there was just some crap, some bullshit is what it was. And that played in a part of us not performing well in that game, losing that game. Definitely that call at the end, the phantom offensive pass interference, that's just normal hand checking between offense and defense. And Ramsey sold it. He flopped and acted just as good as LeBron does. And that was, oh God, it was just heartbreaking to have the referees come in and take that away from us. And like I said, we just didn't play any good ball. We really didn't. And I'm hoping that we can get this thing together and have a much better performance, because we're going to need it. We definitely going to need it coming this week. We definitely going to need it. And with that being said, like I said, I'm going to just give my final thoughts on that game. It's in the past. To me, like I said, Kellen Moore's got to be, more creative. I'm really not seeing the creativity thus far, even though it's one game. I'm not a fan of Kellen Moore. I never have been. I feel like they gave this guy the keys to the Bentley before he had a driver's license. So, with that being said, man, Kellen Moore, the whole Dallas Cowboys organization, from Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore, Dak, Zeke, offensive line, defense, especially that defense, man, and Jalen Smith, you got to step up big, man. I expect something better, and I think all the Cowboy Nation was expecting something better. And you know how Cowboy fans do. We panic now. But it's Thursday. We're in the week 2. We're going to move on. Hey, it's one game. It was a close game. But those close games, we got to win. We got to learn how to win those close games. We lost too many close games, one-possession games last year. So, that being said, man, get it fixed, Mike McCarthy. Get it fixed. Get it fixed ASAP. All right. So we're going to close the book on the Rams and the Cowboys, and we're going to move on. Look ahead to the Cowboys versus Falcons. Let me change this here. Give me 1 second here. We're going to see if we change something up here. All right, looking ahead to Cowboys versus Falcons. The Falcons took an L this week against Seattle, but they played hard. You know, they put points on the board. It was definitely kind of, I guess you could say it was kind of a shootout, you know. And in my opinion, and I'm just going to be honest, and yes, this is going to piss a lot of Cowboy fans off, Matt Ryan is probably a better passing quarterback than Dak Prescott. Those receivers that they have Julio Jones and they have Calvin Ridley. I can't think of the other guy's name, but, you know, we should expect Atlanta to kind of air it out. Now, I'm sure they looked at the film and they know we got injuries. They know Van Der Esch won't be there. So I'm thinking Atlanta's going to try to, you know, they're going to try to pound the ball at us too, just like the Rams did. But I can really see Atlanta trying to air it out because, you know, we were decent in the pass game. What I see from Diggs, I love what I'm seeing from Diggs so far at the corner. I just need Awuzie to get back to form the way he was a couple of years ago. We still got issues at safety. I'm not, for the life of me, I don't know why in the blue hell Jerry Jones ain't signed Earl Thomas yet. Earl Thomas, if you ever happen to be watching while I'm going live, brother, I've been begging you to get to Dallas for the longest. I know you want to be there. Hopefully Jerry has stopped drinking or started drinking or something because we got to have it. We got to have you there. But anyway, this Atlanta offense is gonna, you know, if they still have that rhythm and momentum that they had last week, I look for them to kind of put up some points, and that's where we're gonna have to be extremely disciplined defensively. Mike Nolan gonna have to be on top of his game this week because, you know, it's not gonna be easy. You know, going from the Rams to the Falcons, and like I said, we only gave up 20 points. It was a close game, but this week, hopefully at home, and I'm sure Jerry's gonna let some people in, gonna have a little few crowd in. Hopefully we see a different defense out there. We got to get to the quarterback. Alden Smith had a great game, but we didn't get nothing out of DeMarcus Lawrence. Dontario Poe, nothing. Crawford, nothing. We got to get something out of these guys in the middle. We got to get that pass rush going. I'm thinking Randy Gregory might play this week. I'm not sure. Hopefully he does. That'll help us out. Don't know what type of shape he's in. I've heard he's in great shape, but being in great physical shape and football shape, it's kind of different. So I'm hoping we do get Randy Gregory back. I've been a supporter of this guy since day one. He's one of those guys that, you know, he has a lot of potential on the field, but his off the field demons have been the thing that hurt him. So, yeah, I'm hoping Randy Gregory can come on back and be with us this week. The defensive line is definitely going to have to come big. We have got to get to Matt Ryan. We got to get hits on him. We got to make him uncomfortable in that pocket. We don't want him scrambling around. We got to put, like I said, we got to put these hits on him, and we got to, we got to make those hits count. Those hits definitely have to count. It's not going to be an easy task, but I do think we can do it. Hopefully this week we'll be rejuvenated, and we'll come out. Hopefully we go defense first. Hopefully we'll get the toss, defer the second half. We go defense to first, and the defense comes out and set the damn tone. Ain't nothing like that damn defense coming out and setting the tone for the game. We know Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley they some bad boys. I think we just need to limit these guys. Can't let them run crazy. Safety's got to be ready for that deep route at any time. That being said, linebackers got to shut down things underneath. A lot of that was killing us this past week against the Rams. There was a lot of passes in front of the safeties, guys wide open, shit like that. The linebackers got to step up. And I know we banged up at linebacker. I know Sean Lee is out. Van Der Esch is going to be out for a while. And all we got left right now is Jalen Smith and a few other guys. Personally, I want them to go out and sign Clay Matthews. I don't think it's going to happen. I wish it would, but I really don't think it's going to happen. You have to excuse the cars going by. Like I said, I'm outside. That would definitely give us some depth at linebacker. But these young guys that, they've invested draft picks in and free agent money in and guys that may have been on the practice squad and finally on the game day 53 roster, game day 46 roster rather. It's time for those guys to step up. It's time for somebody to step up on that defense. We in order for us to get that pressure on the quarterback, we're definitely going to have to cover the tight end. We're going to have to lock him down. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to I would say they would probably put Diggs on Julio. But then again, I could be wrong. And if they do put Diggs on Julio, if I'm Matt Ryan, I'm going at Diggs. I'm going to see what he's made of. And like I said, if Awuzie can get back to form the way he was a few years ago, that tandem of Diggs and Awuzie is going to be bad. And then if we can get Jordan Lewis back in there, he's going to help us out tremendously. And like I said, we just need those safeties to come through for us. And like I said, if we would go ahead and sign Earl Thomas and stop bullshitting, that definitely would help us. Earl Thomas on the field would definitely give us some leadership. And I know a lot of Cowboy fans are out there. When you see this or if you're watching this, you're going to be like, I don't know, Earl did such and such in Seattle, and Earl did such and such in Baltimore. He's a bad vibe in the locker room and this and that. First of all, let me say, I give a rat's ass what happens in Seattle's locker room and what happened in Baltimore's locker room. I do care what happens in the Cowboys locker room. And the one thing that I've seen over the years is that the media puts these stories out there and give these guys a bad rap. The media gave Dez a bad rap. Like Dez tearing up the locker room. Dez can't do this. Dez can't get open. Dez. And that aura the media put around him, Cowboys cut him, talking about we're going to go by receiver by committee. That shit lasted about 3 games. And then you scrambling like hell. You had to give up a number 1 pick to get Amari Cooper. And I'm going to get to him in just a second. So, yeah, Bring Earl Thomas in, Jerry. Stop playing. Stop playing. Get Earl Thomas in there. All right. Moving on to the other side of the ball. I don't know too much about Atlanta's defense other than they gave up like 30-some points this week. Of course, they were playing Russell Wilson, and Russell's on top of his game. Our offense didn't look great this week. Let's just call it what it is. They didn't look great. They didn't look as we all had expected them to look. They didn't look like an offense that was the number one offense last year. They looked like the offense that you saw against the Patriots last year, the offense that you saw against the Eagles in Philadelphia last year, the offense that you saw against the Jets last year. That ain't good. So we got to fix that, man. And I know it's a new system, new offense, and, well, new head coach, I'll say that. But it's supposed to be the same system, kind of same terminology, maybe some different terminology. But, and here I go. I know everybody's going to say I'm beating on Dak, but, brother, if you ask him for $40 million a year, then no, we can't be losing games 20-17. You understand what I'm saying? We can't be losing those one possession games. That $40 million, that's where you got to be able to get us to victory. You know, and I know that's a lot to say about Dak, a lot to put on his shoulders, but you're the quarterback. You're the leader. You're the face. You're the guy that everybody's hyping up. You know, we need you to step up. You know, be that leader, be that guy. Not saying that you're not. You've had some great games over the last 4 years. Hell, the other day wasn't bad. But it's a one-possession game. We cannot lose those games. We can't lose those games. So, again, we need to establish that run game. We definitely need to get that run game going. And when I say that, I'm saying it to the point where we need to get Zeke going to where he's getting a buck 20, buck 30 a game. And I know he got, I think it was 93 the other night, but we need to get back to Zeke in those first 2 to 3 years where we were chewing that clock up, churning that clock, wearing that defense down, and Dak was able to pick these defenses apart. You know, I don't always agree with the high tempo thing because that just ain't the way we built, in my opinion. There are times when you need to speed it up, when you can catch the defense off guard, but in this particular situation, we need to chew that clock up. The more we have the ball, the more that if they don't have the ball, they can't score. So if we're chewing that clock up and we're playing for first downs, wearing them down, trust me, by the third quarter, Zeke will be running wild. Zeke will be running wild by the third quarter if we can establish that run in the first half. Zeke has got to get those 25 carries. We definitely got to have him running for, like I said, 110, 120, 130, 140 a game. That's when this offense is going to start rolling. Going to the receivers, CeeDee Lamb. I love what I saw out of CeeDee Lamb this week. I really did. I think CeeDee Lamb has a great future in the NFL. Hopefully that future is with the Dallas Cowboys only. CeeDee Lamb, the combination of CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, and Amari Cooper can be a very dangerous combination. That being said, I need more out of Amari Cooper. I need a hell of a lot more from Amari Cooper. The guy is fast. He's got good hands. He runs great routes. But for some reason, Amari Cooper just doesn't have that edge to him. You know what I mean? Like Dez Bryant, Dez had an edge about him. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people will say this and that about Dez. You know, a couple of years ago, everybody blamed everything on Dez. This past summer, everybody wanted Dez back. Hell, I still want him back. Amari Cooper needs to get that edge about him. And I know that's not how he is. That's not how he's built. But he needs to get a little bit of an edge about him, like he's the best damn receiver on the field. And he needs to go hard every single play. Amari Cooper can beat you deep. He can beat you underneath. He has the hands. But the other night, I just feel like Jalen Ramsey kind of punked him. And I may be the only Cowboy fan that feels that way, but I feel like Jalen Ramsey punked him a little bit. So, that being said, man, you know, I think we can win this game. I really do. But it's really going to depend on how we come out defensively. If we can get to Matt Ryan. Sorry about that. We have got to get to this guy, and we got to get to this guy in a big way. We got to get hits on him. We got to pressure him. He got to be uncomfortable in the pocket all day. And I need those inside guys to really, really push that pocket, get in his face. Because I think Aldon Smith and DeMarcus, I'm definitely feeling a bounce back game for DeMarcus Lawrence. I really am. Not saying it's going to happen. Not saying it won't. But I'm just kind of feeling it. I think he kind of know he disappointed this week. Aldon Smith, he's going to get some attention now. But I need him to keep churning, keep grinding. And if we can get Randy Gregory, if Randy Gregory plays, there's another guy that's got something to prove. So this defensive line is going to be real key. And if we can get these hits on him, man, once you start getting those hits, those sacks, then those turnovers going to come. Now, we got us a pick the other night on a great play by Awuzie, I think it was. And we should have had another pick. But I think I think if this defensive line comes to play and they come hungry, and if we getting hits on Matt Ryan and Lawrence is doing his thing, getting sacks, hits, pressures, Aldon Smith doing his thing, and like I said, if Randy Gregory plays and he's in there doing his thing, and those guys in the middle are pushing that pocket in Ryan's face, you know, we stand a great chance of not only winning this game, but winning this game convincingly. I think the Cowboys offensively will have a bounce back game. I think, like I said, we got to establish Zeke. We got to establish that run game. Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, you know, they're going to get theirs. The secret weapon, in my opinion, is Michael Gallup. Because this guy kind of flies under the radar. You know, Amari Cooper's got the big money. You know what you're going to get there. CeeDee Lamb's got the hype. You know what you're getting there. Well, Michael Gallup, I've watched this guy since he's been with the Cowboys. I watched this guy get deep and get open, and it's a lot of touchdowns that we miss, and he's been open. You know, this guy, Michael Gallup, is a guy, in my opinion, he's probably going to want some money next year. So, you know, I see Jerry making moves and clearing space on the cap. And I hope it ain't all just for Dak. because I got a feeling Michael Gallup's going to want some money next year. And he pretty much deserves it. All right, and so with that being said, man, I think the Cowboys can win this game. But we got to get these hits on Matt Ryan. All right. All right, I see a couple of people tuning in. What's up, Mike Slade? How you doing? I see you, bro. Appreciate you coming through. Let's see, yeah, and let's see. As I get a report, I see Alden Smith had a tooth injury or something, and Tyron Smith had a little neck problem. But Tyron's a warrior, so I expect Tyron to play. But you know, we probably need to start looking for a replacement for Tyron Smith in the near future. God, I wish we could get Lyle Collins back, but I know it's gonna be a while. All right, let's move on to something else. Let's cover something else here. So, yeah, that's going to close out Cowboys versus Falcons. I'm going to pick the Cowboys to win. Of course, you know I'm going to do that. All right, let's move on here to go. Let's talk about tonight's game. Bengals, Browns. Got two young quarterbacks who are going to be doing their thing tonight. Let me see if I can pull up some stats here for them. Right, now both teams coming off losses. I think the Bengals were a little bit closer to winning than the Browns were. The Browns got spanked, of course. But like I said, these two young quarterbacks, and I'm really looking at Joe Burrow to be the victor, to be the victor tonight. I think the Bengals have something promising with the young quarterback, and I think they just gave the running back some money. They still have A.J. Green there, but I'm not sure. Did he play last week? He was kind of quiet. I think once the Bengals can get their defense together, they are doing a pretty good job. You know, they like I said, they lost the other day, but it was a kind of touch and go game. As far as the Browns, Baker Mayfield he's decent, but he's kind of up and down a lot of times. You know, and we're not seeing what we thought we was gonna see about out of Odell Beckham Jr. So maybe that's a problem for them. But as far as tonight's game go, I'm gonna say the Bengals get the victory. They should be kicking off in probably about 10 minutes if they hadn't already. I thought they started at 8, but 8 or either 8:30, one of them. But yeah, I think I'm going to take the Bengals on this one. Now I could be wrong. You know, of course I picked the Cowboys beat the Rams, but shit, you win some, you lose some, and sometimes you get hosed out of call by a damn referee. But anyway, so with that being said, like I said, I'm going to roll with the Bengals tonight. And let's see, where's my banner at? Thought I had it. Guess I don't. All right, so let's take a look at the Week 2 games. If I can find it here. Well, first of all, let's go look at the standings here. As we know, right now, New England and Buffalo 1-0 in their division, and they're winning theirs. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, they're sitting at the top. Chiefs and the Chargers and the Raiders tied for first in the AFC West. And then you got the Jags and the Tennessee Titans sitting on top in their division. I definitely didn't expect the Jags to win that game, but hey, Then, of course, we got Chicago and Green Bay sitting atop their division. The Cardinals and Seattle sitting atop their division, along with the Rams, who got the victory over my Cowboys. Keep your eye on the Arizona Cardinals. That's going to be a sleeper team that everybody sleeps on. Keep your eye on the Arizona Cardinals. Then you got the Saints sitting up atop their division all by their lonesome. And then, of course, last but not least, Mike Slade, we got the Washington team sitting at 1-0. Boy, Washington fans has really been on it this week. But you know how it is. Just wait. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. All right. Now let's see if I can find this week's schedule here. Bear with me here. I'm trying to pull up the schedule for this week. Here we go. All right, like I said, we're going to start with the Bengals and the Browns. I'm going to roll with the Bengals to win that game, tonight's game. All right, and then moving on to Sunday, we have the Giants and the Bears. I'm going to go with the Bears because the Giants still have Jason Garrett, and we all know what the hell that is. That's about. Panthers and Buccaneers, both teams are 0-1. This is going to be, I think it's Tom Brady's first home game in Tampa Bay. So let's look for Tom Brady to get his first victory as a Buccaneer. Of course, the Panthers ain't going to just roll over and play dead. You know, the Panthers played a great game against the Raiders this past week, but they ain't going to roll over and play dead. Everybody wants to knock the great Tom Brady on his ass. But I think the Buccaneers I think Tom Brady's going to bounce back here. Then we got the Vikings and the Colts. I think this game is in Indianapolis. Both teams are 0-1. I'm going to roll with Kirk Cousins and the Vikings on this one. I think they're going to bounce back. I think they're going to bounce back and get the victory. I hope they don't, but because, you know, you need all the NFC teams to lose when my Cowboys win. But, hey, just calling it like I see it, I think the Vikings are going to get the victory here. Moving on to the Bills and the Dolphins, I'm going to roll with the Bills. The Dolphins are still the Dolphins. Fitzmagic is running out of magic, so you probably need to go and put the brother in there at quarterback and just let him earn his keep. All right, Lions and Packers. Aaron Rodgers against the Lions. Lions 0-1, Packers 1-0. I'm going to pick Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers looks like he left off right where, he picked up right where he left off last year. Had a great game this past Sunday, so definitely got to go with the Packers there. 49ers and Jets, both teams are 0-1. Let's go with the 49ers, even though I hate to, because that's one of the 5 teams as a Cowboy fan that you must hate. I don't see the Jets pulling the upset here. I really don't. So I'm going to roll with the 49ers on this one. Broncos and Steelers. I'm going to roll with Pittsburgh on this one, which is another one of the 5 teams that you're supposed to hate as a Cowboy fan. Broncos 0-1, Steelers 1-0. Steelers looked a little shaky in the first half, but they got it together, got the ball rolling, and from that point on, it was downhill for the Giants. So I'm going to take the Steelers on that one. I think Big Ben is getting back to his groove. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Steelers on that one. Rams and Eagles. Now, this one is going to be a tough one. Rams 1-0. Eagles 0-1. Eagles are going to be looking to bounce back and get in the win column. This game is going to be in Philly. So I'm probably guessing Philly's probably going to have a few fans there. Maybe, maybe not. Uh, the Rams won't be in the comforts of their own stadium as they were this past Sunday night. I'm gonna go with the Rams. No, no. I'm gonna take the Eagles on that one. I'm gonna take the Eagles on that one. Let me tell you why. First of all, it goes against my religion as a Cowboy fan, but you should always want the Eagles to lose. But in this case only, the Rams beat my Cowboys, so I need the Rams to lose so that my Cowboys can win and pull even. If you understand what I'm saying, that would also help the Eagles to go to 1-1. That would give them a victory over a common opponent. So what that would mean is we just got to do our due diligence and beat the hell out of the Eagles and the Washington team. So that being said, yeah, I'm gonna have to pick the Eagles to win this game. Even though I hope they don't. I hope the Rams beat them, but the Eagles are probably gonna pull this one out. Jaguars, Titans. I'm going to go with Tennessee on this one. I think the Jags are fool's gold. I think the Jags had a great game and got away with one, but I think the Titans are going to pull this one out. And then we have the Washington football team. Really, the football team. They had all damn year to come up with a name, and that's the best that they could do. The football team. Okay, the Washington football team versus the Arizona Cardinals. Both teams are 0-1. Both teams are 1-0. Like I said, keep your eye on the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to roll with Arizona here. Washington went down 17-0, but came storming back. Scored 24 unanswered against Philly. I think this Arizona team, like I said, they're a sleeper team. They're going to give Seattle a run for the money in the end. I can really see that. I could be wrong, but that's just my inside gut. As far as the Washington, Ron Rivera has definitely made a difference on this team. So these guys are playing with a different attitude. Wish my Cowboys would play with a different attitude instead of the same shit we saw last year. But anyway, I'm going to take Arizona on that one. Ravens, Texas. I'm going to take the Ravens. I feel like Lamar Jackson is starting to hit his midseason stride in week 2. So, that being said, I'm going to roll with Lamar Jackson and the Ravens to beat the Texans. Home of the Texans, really? Anyway, that's a Cowboy joke. Chiefs, Chargers. I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs to get the victory over the Chargers. Chargers is just like that's another team that may be fool's gold in week 1. Mahomes is looking pretty good in that first game. Plus, they've had some extended rest. So they're going to be well rested. They're going on the road to San Diego, and that's going to be a division game. So, yeah, I'm going to roll with the Chiefs here. Patriots, Seahawks. That's going to be a banger right there. First of all, Patriots going across country to take on the Seahawks. And like I said, Russell Wilson played a heck of a game last week against the Falcons. Cam also had a great game last week. That was a great comeback game for Cam. Can't really call it a true comeback, but you know what I mean. A lot of people left him for dead, and he rose again. So, but with this game, I'm gonna go with we'll say Seahawks. Saints, Raiders. Both teams are 1-0. This one is actually going to be on the road for the Saints. It's going to be in the Raiders' new house. So I'm gonna pull the upset here. I'm gonna say Raiders. I think the Raiders come out in that new stadium, and I would be surprised if they don't have a few fans there, but they may. I'm pretty sure they may have some fans there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders right there. That's That's going to be an upset. And then, let's see, that Raiders game going to be Monday night. So we go back to the top where we have the Falcons and the Cowboys. Come on, let's be real now. You know I'm going to take the Cowboys all day, every day. All right, man. So that's my time. What I need y'all to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this video, smash that like button. If you got Facebook, I want you to look me up on Facebook at where'd my thing go? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, look me up on Facebook, man. I've got a page on Facebook called Talking Sports with Big L. Go ahead and subscribe to the page, like the page. These videos will be up on that page momentarily, as soon as I can get them up. I want to thank everybody that tuned in and commented. Like I said, this is my first time as trying to do the podcast and vlogging and all that stuff. So I'm going to keep coming at you every week. So if you can, man, just like I said, I'm going to come to you on Mondays at 7 o'clock, right before the Monday night game. We're going to talk about Sunday's games and get you ready for the Monday night game. And then I'll be back on Thursday to get you ready for the Thursday night game and talk about the upcoming week. So with that being said, man, I appreciate it. I love you guys for tuning in. And as always, man, to all my people out there in the hurricane, be safe, be blessed. I'm going to keep you in my prayers. Y'all keep fighting. It's your boy Big L, the man, the myth, the legend. I appreciate your time. I'm out, y'all. Enjoy that Thursday night game.